in your oh baby. We got ourselves a live stream coming, boys and girls. Just getting the gate open here. Gonna try to be a little bit quiet so the cows don't get spooked. Starting a little bit early so we won't get into the meat and potatoes of this live stream until right at 7:30. But welcome to the Stony Ridge Farm tonight, guys. It's absolutely gorgeous out here. I'm flip-flop farming tonight. I've got my sandals on. It's just been a busy, gorgeous day here on the farm. So what I just did, I just opened the gate to the pasture. The cows are up here in this pasture, and we're gonna zip over there and we're gonna try and coax them into moving up on the top of the hill. And they already hear me. I hear them mooing, and that means we gotta move a little bit. So we're gonna hop on the side-by-side here. If you guys haven't seen this, this is my neighbor's, and he doesn't live at his current residence yet. So I'm keeping his side-by-side for him in the shed, and I'm trying it out so I can do an awesome review for you guys. So this is a Honda Pioneer 1000, and just so happen to know we've got something cool in the works with Honda. We're going to go out to Montana soon and take you guys along with us. So welcome to the farm. I'm sure you'll see some live streams from Montana. Once we get out there, it's going to be awesome. So welcome, guys. It is not quite time. We're a little bit early, about 10 minutes early for starting the live stream. So we're just going to give you guys a little shot of the day-to-day of what's going on here, just getting up in the pasture. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you guys can see where we're going and what we're doing. Then we'll get into some chatter and talking and moving cows, and I'll tell you about the top 3 mistakes that I made here on the farm. You can't build a business without messing up. So just because I made a mistake doesn't mean I'm some kind of bad person. It's just part of it. Cool thing about the Honda, it has park. So I just put this up in the park. It's like a car, reverse, neutral, high, low, park. Okay, really like that. A few things I don't like, and I'll talk about those too in the future video. This is a watering gate system that I have set up for the cows. Currently, they are not drinking from this water fountain. This is energized. The power is on. We're going to drop that. We're going to drive right over, and the cows should meet us up towards the center of the pasture. So awesome. Awesome stuff. Good deal. Okay. Put her in the high, and away we go. John, if you're watching, thank you so much for letting me try out your utility vehicle here. This Honda Pioneer really has enlightened me as to what a good utility vehicle is like. So, and the cows, the girls are in the right spot. They're already up here waiting for us, which is awesome. It's exactly what I wanted. We're going to be putting them over in the paddock over here. And I'll talk about this, why my finger's all taped up here in a minute too. Morning from the Windy Ridge, Surrey County. Awesome. Michael, Stewart's Place, Jeremy, Chad, Troy, good to have you guys here. Let's see what the girls are up to. Hey, moo cows. Hey, moo cows. Hey, boys and girls. How you guys doing? What are you guys up to? You don't recognize this vehicle. It's kind of weird, huh? There's Butthead. Got some flies now. Got a few more flies going on. Number 22. Food on the left, baby on the right over here. You can see. I think she's carrying a youngin. Awesome. Tammy's out there. Tammy's out there being Tammy. That's all Tammy has to do. It's just be Tammy. Okay, let's shut this machine off. Guys, these cows are going to be a little feisty this evening. They're just going to be feisty. Don't want to move them. until we get to the right time here. So we got about 7 minutes before we move the cows. The sun is setting here in beautiful Appalachia. This is the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains in North Carolina. Just so you guys know kind of where we are, we're in north central North Carolina. Virginia is only 5 minutes that way. We're not in the mountains near like Asheville or anything like that, where all the touristy areas are in North Carolina. We're just north of Greensboro, North Carolina. So just so you guys know. Donald says, love your videos, man. Keep it up. Thank you, all of you guys that are coming in on Facebook and YouTube. Thank you all so much. Thank you all for subscribing over on the new YouTube live stream channel. I was extremely nervous about starting that channel. I figured I'd get a lot of negative comments about it, but really I've only had one negative comment the whole time starting this new live stream channel. So I'm very, very happy with that for sure. We'll start talking about the 3 mistakes here in just a minute. Got about we got a few minutes. You guys want to get a look at the cows here? This is really what's going on. Now this is in real time, guys. This is really right now here on the farm. That is Mona. Mona! Hey, I'm right here, bruh. I'm right here. I'm not going anywhere. So you guys don't have to cry or anything. It's okay. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'll be a good boy. I promise. So up on the top over here is Sweetie. She's drinking a little bit of water. That's Butthead right there. Mona was the one that was mooing just now. And these girls are about ready to move. They're about ready to move. This is a steer. This will be a beef steer. Next May, okay? So takes a little bit of gumption to step over the fence and go into a field with a bunch of animals that are this big. I mean, it's when you're not used to it, boy, these animals are they're huge. Hey, Sweetie, how's my Sweetie doing? How's my little Sweetie? You got cow kisses for me? Yeah, you smell that? Yeah, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I just had steak for dinner. Sorry, girl. Did that hurt your feelings? Oh, man. Oh, man. Guys, hit that like button when you come in the door here. This is farming. This is good times. So all we've got to do, we're going to go ahead and move the cows here in just a minute. All we got to do, you can see I'm in this square. This square is the watering area right here. And the cows are going to simply go through this gate into this pasture. They will be here all night tonight. So they'll have 12 hours tonight. I'll come back at about 7 o'clock in the morning and I'll move them down to here. And then I'll come back in the evening and I'll move them down to there. So that's just how easy it is. And all we got to do now, now that we have everything all set up, is simply just pull a wire loose and let them go. So really cool. Grasses are doing awesome here on the farm. I can't say how much this regenerative farming is really working for me. Yeah, I hurt Sweetie's feelings, Theo. I sure did. Jeremy in the house. Sherry Poodle in the house. Sherry, thank you so much for always sending those super chats or those stars. I really appreciate that. It is a beautiful evening. Look at that. Sunset over the cows. Little Honda in the background, same color as the cows. I will not buy a black one. I will not do that. So we're getting close to go time. We're going to go ahead and move the cows and get these girls in here. And once we get them moved, we'll drive out there in the middle of the cows and we'll hang out with them for a little bit and have a little chat. So let's take this fence loose right here. And this is all it takes. I think they know exactly what I'm saying too. Take this guy loose. This is a bungee cord. Okay. Take our bungee. Simply put it right here. Hook it on our step-in post just for now. And girls, you can come on through. They know what to do. Very well trained. Come on, everybody. Come on, girls. Good girls. Yep, they are very patient. Somebody mentioned that there's some erosion going on here. It's not erosion. I just have put these waterers in. Wooly Bully's walking a little funny. He's got a little bit of a foot problem on the back leg there. You can see his toes. acting up just a little bit. He's doing all right, but not quite the ideal thing. Typically, the cows will run all the way to the other end and try to find the best grass. Everybody's got to rush and see who can get the best grass first. And Tammy always brings up the rear. Come on, Tammy. Hoof abscess. I don't think it's a hoof abscess. This is the same issue that I've had. It's these cows. That cow is used to being on bare dirt, and he hasn't seen, the only bare dirt that he sees is this right here. So he's not used to always being on grass. I think he's used to having a little bit of dirt in his life, and it took a little while for the current cows to adjust to grass like that too. So believe it or not, these are herbivores, but you know, cows aren't used to. Sometimes if they're not used to being out on grass like this, it'll mess with their foot a little bit, mess with their feet. So yep, we'll check him out. We'll get him in the handling equipment soon, and we'll check his foot out real good. So, you think we were difficult to move yesterday because of the heat, says Roy. No, Roy, what happened yesterday? And thank you all for being here. There's 303 of you in here. Awesome. So what happened yesterday was this is a new piece of equipment, and the cows were not used to that new piece of equipment. Plus, I had a little farm date with me. So cows definitely weren't used to me having someone with me. So we're going to drop that. We're going to drive on in real quick. We'll hop in the Honda here. We're going to drive on in and hang out with the cows for a minute and have a little talk with you guys. There's a few mistakes that I made, and that's what this vlog is all about. Awesome. Again, special thanks to all you guys that have been so supportive of the channel, and a super big thanks to those of you who have decided to subscribe to the Facebook channel. It's really nice. I mean, to the YouTube channel, the live stream channel. I get my words mixed up. I'm tired, man. I am a little bit tired. Hey, girl. This is Susie. Susie's been mad at me for a couple weeks. She won't even let me touch her. Hey girls, hey everybody. So if you guys don't know, this is kind of what we do almost on a daily basis here. We just kind of hang out with the cows a little bit and do our live stream together. We do it about 5 days a week here now, both on the new YouTube channel and the Facebook channel. So we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves set up here. We can see some cows in the background. We'll set up the tripod and have ourselves just an awesome time. A little chat here, and you guys, we can talk a little bit about some of the mistakes, some of the things that I've learned, and we'll have a full-on video about my boo-boos coming soon. Number one boo-boo, and you guys can probably guess what the number one boo-boo is once I get us all set up here. Hang tight, hang with me. This is real life, guys, real time. This is not an edited video, so therefore the quality of the video is not going to be exactly perfect. We're not in 4K or anything like that. So in order for me to see your comments flow through faster, I have it turned up. I have the speed turned up. So that might mess with your picture. Does the picture look okay? How far off the ground is the poly wire? It's about 28 to 32 inches. These are the shorter strain right step-in posts. So about 32 inches, something like that. That's just fine. So Josh, I forgot to close the gate. These cows are fine, man. You see how well trained they are. They're not going back that way. They're out here. They've got the poly wire, and the poly wire is keeping them in this paddock. So they're fine. They'll be just fine. So let's talk about 3 major mistakes that I made. And I get these comments a lot. First of all, I'm going to address the elephant in the room, which is something I get all the time. Josh, you need to be baling your own hay off the farm. You need to bale your own hay, bale your own hay, bale your own hay. Man, I hear it all day, every day. Guys, you got to understand, and it's farmers. It's like people that farm that are telling me this. There's no topsoil here at all. There is no topsoil at all. So what we're doing right now is building soil. We're building an ecosystem. And I know folks want to say, well, you can get some fertilizer, fertilize them fields and get that stuff green. That's not what we're about here, okay? I have the luxury of being able to restore the land without chemicals. So I have the luxury of just restoring the land by bringing carbon to the land. So carbon is coming from the sun to the plant. Carbon is being generated all the time. Thousands, tons of carbon is being generated all the time just through photosynthesis here on the farm. So it's just going to take me a little while, guys. I don't believe in this Burger King your way, right away farming method. I just don't believe in it. I don't want to till. I don't want to stir up my land. I don't want, if I need to drill down grass seed, I'll drill down grass seed, but I don't want to disturb it. I want it to grow an ecosystem. So that's something that most people don't really understand, is that, you know, soil is a living thing, okay? And it's not nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. It's not just 3 elements, and that's what we throw at it with fertilizer. So, so mistakes that I've made. Mistake number 1 was underestimating the cost, okay? Underestimating what it costs to build something like this. This is a monumental undertaking, guys. We're on a 150-acre piece of property here. We've got about 75 to 85 acres of it fenced so far, and maybe even less than that, maybe 65 acres of it fenced so far. And it's just a monumental undertaking. So for those of you who are inspired by what I'm doing here on the farm, it's doable, but it's going to take some money out of your wallet, okay? So just understand that. Cost is something that I really, truly underestimated. I'm so blessed to have gotten most of my equipment prior to all this whole mess where the whole world shut down. Very blessed to have done that. Thank goodness I planned ahead. And I also bought all my fence posts when I started building fences. I planned ahead for 3 or 4 miles of fence. So I bought over like 1,800 fence posts, something like that. They're all steel. They'll never rust. They'll rust, but they'll never rot. So it's all steel. So that's one of the things that lessons I learned, was underestimating the cost of everything. Equipment. What equipment I needed and what equipment I bought were the wrong things. Okay, so now that I have the proper equipment, I've got the big TYM tractor. It's 110 horsepower with that batwing mower and the huge batwing pasture drag that we'll be bringing out this winter and this spring, this coming season. Man, I just didn't know what equipment to get. So this channel, this place is a good place for you as a resource to learn what you need and what you don't need. And I got fussed at by a lot of people. I'm going to say more than 500 people fussed at me for building a big shop and buying nice equipment. They want to buy cheap, crappy equipment and just get by with that garbage. And I did it, guys. I did it. And I'm telling you, time is your most valuable commodity. All around us out here grazing is a commodity. The grass is a commodity. But you can replace the grass, and you can replace the tractor, and you can replace the mower, but you cannot replace your time. And time is extremely important. It's your most valuable asset. And what I didn't know was, when I bought the tractor, I bought a John Deere 5065. That was my first tractor. It's about 63 PTO horsepower, about a 65 horsepower tractor. Not enough machine to manage what I'm doing here. So it would take me, we're in a field here. I think this field is somewhere around 18 acres. It'd take me 18, 19 hours to mow this field. So making the right equipment purchases is very important, for sure. 150 acres is a large piece of land for your area. Caden, I don't live in the desert, high desert country of Wyoming, okay? I don't live in middle America. I don't. And it is hard to, this is 2 pieces of property. It's a 60-acre tract and a 90-acre tract, and I actually bought a 50-acre tract across the way. So there was 200 acres attached at one point. I realized I had too much land, and you can have too much land. You can get land poor, and it's to where it swallows up all your money and all your time. So I sold land over there and I paid off some land. So that was it. Need quality equipment so you don't have to keep replacing equipment and buying cheap. Exactly, Dave. So you can't get off buying cheap, okay? You have to allocate your funds appropriately to save you the most time and the most effort. And nobody wants to work on equipment that's breaking all the time. And when you're working with stuff like mowers, that stuff's dangerous and can really hurt you. So it's important. How many cows did you start out with, Doug? I started out with a cow-calf pair 2 years ago. Last year I bought 2 more cows, and then we bought all of the mothers and the brood for the mothers. So we bought about 16 more, and now we're up to we were up to 45. I sold off some cows, and now I say cows, bovine animals, cattle, and now we're at 35. So it's still a good little herd. It's still enough to manage. It's still enough to make some money here on the farm. What in the world? Our God indeed is great for putting a smile on my face and block user, bye. What in the world? Good gracious. Delete. Later. I'll post that garbage on the channel. Oh, goodness. Hey, man, where's your sidekick? My sidekick is at work right now. And you guys will get to meet the person I'm dating at some point here. So stick with me. It will be live. It'll be on the live stream first. So if you're not subscribed to the live stream channel over on YouTube, please jump in and do that. You'll see it there first, okay? And you'll see it on Facebook live first. So the third mistake that I made, and guess what? Whoop, I got notes on my hand. Cheater. The third mistake that I made was, and that's related to relationships, really. I underestimated the amount of stress that it was going to take to build this place. And what a lot of you folks need to know is that this is a major, major undertaking. This field wasn't here. This wasn't a field. This was overgrown brush. This was a brushy disaster. There was no field here. I couldn't drive where I'm at right now. So underestimating the cost there, clearing the land, it cost me $26,000 to push off this field. $26,000 to clear this field. That's crazy, isn't it? How many of you guys got 26 grand laying around? I know I didn't. I saved and I scrimped and I saved and I worked hard and this is my dream, and I've been waiting to follow this dream for a very long time. But what are you doing, Cal? Who is that? But stress was something that I underestimated, and the stress of owning land and the stress of getting all this done, it stressed my marriage. It really did stress my marriage, and it stressed me. It made me a person that I sometimes don't want to be. And I think we all need to be able to recognize when we are sometimes that person that we don't want to be. So it made me angry. It made me grumpy. Imagine being into this and knowing how all this works and then coming in and trying to explain it all to a complete, total stranger. So, yeah, it's tough. Philip the Wise says, I would have to make some moves, LOL, and rake a tax penalty. I don't know what you're talking about, buddy. Lots of picking up rocks and sticks in the beginning. Yeah, man. Yeah. Look over your shoulder. Yeah, I had a number 17. It's got some personality, that's for sure. Hi there, been with your progression since the beginning. Lovely Lisa, warrior queen. Awesome. Good to have you. Well, how are the cows? Are they getting used to the Honda? They're getting better on it. So we came out here yesterday and the cows didn't want to move. So, yeah. Good job, sir. We need to get together. So we started talking about, Joseph says, we need to get together and get some mountain biking done. So I worked my butt off all morning long, and I did this so that I could go for a bike ride. I told you guys I'd tell you what happened to my finger. Yesterday, I was cutting something. It was a shoe. It was a mountain bike shoe. And here's the deal. You cannot cut with the backside of a knife. It doesn't matter. For some reason, I was tired, and I had the knife reversed, and I cut with the backside of it, and it folded up on me and sliced the snot out of this finger, like sliced it to the point where it like opened up. So what did I do? I stopped by Lowe's and I bought some of that good 3M number 33 electrical tape. You know, I was an electrician in the Air Force, so yeah. Looks like this moron is back in here again, so we'll just go ahead and block you and delete your comments. Goodbye. Is that the knife in your Amazon store? That's funny. It was the Gerber center drive knife. That's what got me. So, boy, I don't know what happened. Evidently, my channel got hooked up with a bunch of spam stuff. So, yeah. I don't know. Got a lot of spammers in here tonight, guys. Isn't that fun? I need some I need some of my moderators. But you can see the cows are back there chowing down, that's for sure. Maybe on my end, but the reception on live stream was very jerky and out of focus in the beginning. Still jerky though. It's on your end. Is it jerky for any of you guys? It's not jerky. I'm moving around when I'm carrying the camera, so. You be hacked. I don't think I be hacked, Kevin. I think it's just spammers coming in, leaving comments. I'm not a moderator on your new live stream channel. I don't know how to make you a moderator on this. I'll work on that, Philip, and get you as a moderator. Awesome. Yeah, it's not jerky. I don't know why. Boy, the complaint department just blows up here on the Stony Ridge Farm, doesn't it? Good eye from Australia. Awesome. How long before power is installed in the mega shop, says Wayne? It's going to be a little bit, brother. Power company guy is supposed to be out here this week. Not here. I've still got to get my panel. I've ordered my main panel and I've ordered my meter base, but there are no 400 amp meter bases anywhere because of whatever kind of stupidity is going on that we can blame a supply chain for. But yeah, I can't get the meter base. So if I can't get the meter base, I can't put the panel in and I can't get power yet. So still waiting on that. I tried selling a trailer on Marketplace and the amount of scammers wanting to buy it was crazy. Yeah, it's interesting. So what is the game plan for? Don't know. Game plan for what, brother? Stream videos, audio is very good. Thank you. Thank you. There's $1,500 worth of equipment running right now just to do the live stream. So I'm not seeing all the negative and stupid remarks, Glenda, because I'm deleting them as fast as they pop up, Glenda. Cliff Jones says he's watching from Chicago. I will be at Chicago O'Hara Airport. I guess it's O'Hara. I'll be at Chicago. I think that is O'Hara, isn't it? Next month. So flying through. Hey, Josh, already starting. Hang on here. Already starting to get dark here in Vermont. It's just about getting dark here. Yeah, absolutely. Marketplace is full of tire kickers. Let's see here. Good for you. iPhone alone is near $1,500, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. This little microphone setup really has been a blessing, and it's about $400. This is a new DJI. It's like the latest, greatest, whatever. But hopefully, it makes this better. YouTube doesn't get the trolls like Facebook. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So in Facebook, just so you know, YouTube and Facebook operate totally differently. Facebook sometimes will moderate comments for you. YouTube will hold comments that have specific keywords that I have marked. So yeah. Anyway, Doug, coming to PA anytime. I talked to Neil Mesick with Mesick's Equipment, and I'm going to make it a point to get up there. I want to see Neil, and I also want to go to Gettysburg, and I also want to go see Outdoors with the Morgans. I'd like to go see Mike and Melissa for sure. So the cool front came through West Virginia yesterday. High was 78, not here. Trolls everywhere. Just send them back under the bridge. YouTube is the worst for bots and trolls. I flag them anyway, so they just get tossed out. Watching from Japan. Awesome. Awesome, Colin. I think you might get the award for the longest distance away. Honey Acre says, thanks, Josh, for the inspiration and bringing. No first aid kit at the house. I didn't cut my finger at the house. L.A. Gibson in the house right now. What's up, Luke? Good to have you, buddy. That's our local Farm Fence Solutions fella. If it wasn't for that guy, L.A. Gibson, everybody think him right now. If it wasn't for that guy, we would not be where we are right now, sitting in this pasture, because Luke helped me so much with learning how to build fence. And again, we're going to start pounding post in the ground here on the next leg of fencing. I've got it mowed. I've got the post driver on the machine. So yeah, everybody applaud L.A. Gibson. Good fella, good people. Farm Fence Solutions, man. I just can't say enough about them. If you're getting farm fence built on your place, that's the first place to start every single time. It just is. So anyway, yeah, thank you, Luke. Troy Jones says, what can we do to further assist you? Try to buy from Amazon list when we can, Troy. You're doing it right now, brother. Just enjoy the channel. Just come with me and enjoy what we're doing and enjoy the content. Suggestions for future videos, post them in the comments. I go in and look. Yep, Luke, L.A. Gibson. So we'll be out, guys, at in Worthington, Indiana. That's where Luke is, right smack in the middle of the country, so he can serve the whole country. And we're going to be out there at the Fall Fence Forum in October. That is going to be super fun. It is awesome. The fencing competition, all sorts of cool stuff. I mean, I love it. It's one of the highlights of my year. One of my favorite parts of my year is going out there and seeing those guys. And I've been welcomed with open arms. In case you guys don't know, this is where you come on social media to see fencing, to see agricultural fencing. This is it. This is the #1 channel on the planet for agricultural fencing. We'll bring you stuff that nobody else is bringing you, and it's all because of Luke. So great. How does Farm Fence Solutions make it economically feasible to cover all the areas that they work in? They have people everywhere. They just have contractors everywhere that they work with. I mean, all over the country. So yeah. Like your hat. Looks good. Thank you. It's a Stony Ridge Farmer hat. It says support veteran farmers. Let's see here. Yeah. Stony Ridge Farmers support veteran farmers. We'll have hats and shirts back on the website sooner or later. I'll let you guys know when it all comes back. But I've ran into a speed bump and I literally had $12,000 worth of hats and shirts in the house. It's just too much for me to keep up with. So 112 viewers, pound that like button. I got 445 over here, brother. So YouTube is lagging behind Facebook big time. Caswell County, Donald, good to have you, buddy. Jerry, Jeff, Honey Acres Farm, best hats out there, great quality. You must have one of these. Chad Hawkins says, have you moved popcorn to the mega shop? No. Okay, let's talk about the new shop. You hear that loud noise? Hear it? There's a train track about 200 yards back over the hill over there. So, Michael Jones, you did miss the mistakes, buddy. Let's talk about the mega shop so you guys know. Here's an update on what's going on with the new mega shop. I am waiting to get power. I have my lighting there. I have my panel. I am waiting on my meter base. I'm waiting on permitting, and I'm waiting on the power company. So I also am, before I move the Willis Jeep up there, and I've got a lift to install, a 2-post lift to install in the shop already. It's sitting on the floor in there from Northern Tool. I need to seal the floors. So I'm working on getting the floors sealed in there as soon as possible. Got to clean them really, really good. Got to etch them and got to seal them. So that's it. How many miles will the electric system do? So you're talking about the electric fence charger. It'll do 5 miles of fencing, 5 miles of wire. This isn't coffee. Did I spoil that? This is not coffee. This is, everybody grab your Badger's milk. We do coffee in the morning. We do man beverages in the evening, right? Your mic doesn't pick up sounds more than 5 feet away, so we can't hear what you're hearing. You should be able to hear that. It's pretty loud. The meter base issue is global. Okay, Don, good to know. Good to know. What's in the drink? That's a little bit of Badger's milk here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, goodness. Awesome. That's a beautiful space. This is my office right now. You like it? It's not Budweiser. Man, that stuff is, woo. Budweiser Red, I can't be drinking that stuff, man. That stuff's too daggone strong. Missed the Friday canning videos. What's the old ones? Paul. So we got a Food Friday coming out. Actually just finished editing today. It's a little off pace for what I typically do with the channel. It's a dessert. Typically we're doing like man foods, steak and potatoes, you know. But this is a little off, and we're going to see some more desserts. I love to cook, man. I just love to cook. I love making casseroles. I love making steaks. I just filmed next week's Food Friday. I just got done eating it. It was steaks. But this will be creme brulee this week, which is really, really good. Did you replace the batteries on the pillow wire charger? You mean the solar wire, the solar fence charger? So I've ordered new batteries, and there's going to be a video coming out on that, exactly what maintenance needs to be done to a solar fence charger. So as an electrician, I can also say that 400 amp meter bases are difficult to come by. Good to know, brother. Good to know. Most people don't realize the hardest part of cooking is cooking for one. When you eat as much as I do, it's like cooking for four. I'm a big fella, man. I mean, I'm 6'5", 220 pounds. I'm still a big dude. So what's the game plan for the Ford Bronco? Let's talk about that. So the Ford Bronco, excuse me for coughing. I'm sorry about that. The Ford Bronco, I just picked up Dad's old Bronco. It is a 1968 Bronco. It is in the mega shop right now. It's sitting. It's going to be on the back burner. I'm going to get it running to where I can move it around the shop. I took the battery out of it, charged it up. It did take a full charge. So the next video you see on that will be me getting it running and driving so that I can move it around. And then we're going to put that project on hold until I can get the lighting, the electrical, everything set up in the mega shop and finish doing the Jeep, Popcorn the Willis Jeep. Doug Howell, video started jerking again. Brother, it is something on your end. Is anybody else experiencing that? Robert says, love your Traeger grill. We're doing next week, it's going to be a review on a new grill. It's called a Weber Q. So, yeah, it's absolutely awesome. And boom. So you guys didn't even get a chance to see that comment. We just blocked that, the last. Bright in Ironsi, you're blocked, okay? And I'm going to report you, all right? Because that's called spam, and that's against terms of service, isn't it? I think so. Not jerking. Everything's fine. Something on your end, dude. You got a problem. You got a computer problem. You know what I'm saying? Oh, goodness. Yep. So for you guys over on Facebook, if you're leaving stars, thank you. I will go through and personally thank you for leaving those. For some reason, they don't pop up on this live stream platform that I have right here. So everything is fine. Thank you. Now you hear the train. You guys hear the train now? That's going up into my little town. So that must be the first railroad crossing right there in town. Awesome. Block the turds. I did. Train whistle's cool, except for when you live really close to train tracks. And I used to live within 200 feet of train tracks when I lived in Utah and within 500 feet of the airport. Man, seems like I always buy a place right by an airport. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, guys. Well, put my hay on the ground today, Bill. So, again, a lot of people talk about that, about me baling hay. The reason I'm not baling hay is because this is stockpile forage. This is forage that's going to be here for the cows for the winter time. Wait till you see the progression of the pastures all the way through winter. It's just interesting how this goes from so green to brown. I mean, it really does. So, yeah. Can you see the train from your land? No, I can't see it. It's through the woods. Around here, the highest point around here is right up at the top of my land. This is the first mountain that you hit from the Piedmont region of North Carolina. So how did the pond do? It did great. It did great. Tomorrow's morning live stream, we'll take you guys up there and we'll feed the fish. What do your parents think about the girlfriend, Edwin? Oh, they liked her. Sugar beets used to be shipped by rail in our backyard, all hours. Oh, interesting. I see some people have wrapped hay in plastic. Yep, that's called bale wrapping your bale. Just not something that you do around here. Jack says in Utah. Is that where you see it? Yeah, sugar beets shipped all day rail. Okay. Yeah, so sugar beets I think are grown in Idaho and Utah. A lot of sugar beets are grown out there. How much feed do you expect to buy over winter? Roy, I've already got all the hay stationed out. If you look, see that right there, right down there? That's hay, okay? There's hay down there. There's hay up here in front of us. So I've already bought all the hay bales. There's a total of 222 hay bales out here. So, yeah. Is the new lady over 4 feet tall? Yes. Yep. That's it. Cow's looking to be fat and happy. Yeah, and we're going to downsize just a little bit more. I'm getting rid of about 6 more cows to downsize for the winter. I've got a neighbor that's going to be buying some. He's starting his own herd, and he's starting it right with good quality cows, which is awesome, guys. So, you like the Honda? Love the Honda. I love it. That barbecue Weber Q is an awesome grill. It is, Wayne. It is absolutely awesome. That's why I'm showing you in the video. The video is not this Friday, but the next Food Friday. So, absolutely. Yep, I'll be down, hopefully down to 29 cows at that point. Jonathan says, I know the water project failed, but are you going to apply for the high use area around the waters from the USDA? So the water project didn't fail. I just had to come out of pocket for 100% of it. Now, to answer your question, I don't want them here on the farm. I'm done with it. I'm completely fed up with trying to get in on the government programs that everybody seems to think that all farmers are just getting all this money handed to them. I'm not doing it. I'm not fooling with it anymore. All they're doing to me is putting me on a list so that they can build their list up to be bigger so that they can get more funding for next year and then deny me again. So I've been denied 2 years in a row. And this water system was no joke, guys. If you saw what we did here in the spring of this year, spring and midsummer, this water system is no joke. There's a mile of 1.25 inch poly pipe in the ground. That's 5,280 feet at the cost of about $1.10 to $1.30 per foot, not counting any fittings, any connectors, any valves, anything. This is a monumental undertaking to get water all the way over here. I mean, we're nearly 3/4 of a mile out right here from the water. So yeah, periodic tax deduction for capital expense. I'm just buying it on my own and just doing it on my own. And I don't want the government here. I don't want them on my farm. I don't want them around me. I don't want to hear from them. I want to pay my taxes. I want to raise my animals. I want to live my life. And I don't want to have to rub my nose to somebody to try and get them to support what's going on right here. It would have been a great opportunity for the USDA. It would have been a great opportunity for the soil and water conservation people to show how this actually works for a new farmer. It would have been an awesome opportunity for them, and it's just completely wasted. And the reason it's wasted, we only had 2 farms in this entire county, huge county. Only 2 farms got any sort of assistance. And I know of farms that are right up the road here, farms that they have a 3-acre lot or 5-acre lot or 10-acre lot, and they have 1 water tank in there, and they drilled a well for them. They put the waters in, they did everything for them, and now there's no livestock there. So it's not right. It's just not right. The folks that got the grant money this year did it wrong. They were doing it wrong. And that's why they got the grant money, because they were more of a need than I was. I get it. But when you do it wrong, purposefully to get money, and when somebody tells you, well, you need to open that gate and let those cows go get in the creek so we can show a need for your fencing to be off the creek, and we can show a need for your water system. You need to let the cows go in and get in the pond. What kind of ridiculousness is that? Really? Really? What kind of ridiculousness is that? It just doesn't seem right to me. And I don't know, man. I'm a person that stands up for what I think is right. And it just didn't seem right to me. So, yeah, absolutely. USDA subsidies are welfare. Farms become dependent on it and can't survive without it. If my farm can't stand on its own 2 feet, why in the world would the government giving me money to make it stand on its own 2 feet help me in any way whatsoever? I don't know. That's my politics, guys. My politics is no politics. I just want to be left alone. That's why I moved here. I moved to the country to be left alone. That's why you guys probably moved to the country, to be left alone. I put a gate up here by my house so I could be left alone. So I don't know. That's just the way I feel. I don't know if that's the right way or what you guys think, but I just don't need to be babysat, and I don't need handouts. I just need to work hard and plan and do what I'm supposed to do. Right? That's it. But you can become a monthly subscriber, says Sadie. You can become a monthly subscriber. Absolutely. If you don't think putting videos out on social media is work, it is. It is. Time is work. It's work. Absolutely. In the the redneck bandage, super glue in your car. This is not red. This is an electrician's Band-Aid right here. Where's that electrician guy? This is an electrician's Band-Aid. That's what I did in the Air Force. So I didn't stop by when I cut my finger, I drove right by CVS and right to Lowe's and got my electrical tape. That's awesome. Anyway, good luck being left alone by the government. That's funny, man. That's funny. It's true, but it's funny. Well, guys, I've got to go. We've got baby calves starting to lay down out here. The sun's going down. I'm going to be driving home in the dark. Just wanted to say thank you guys for being here. Thanks so much for joining me on the live stream. If you just caught it, the 3 mistakes that I made, I got them written on my hand for notes, was buying the wrong equipment for the job. I didn't buy big enough equipment when I first bought the farm, and I ended up having to make that mistake and buy bigger equipment. So it's more expensive to do it twice. The cost, again, the cost of everything, cost of fencing, cost of everything that we're building, cost of the water systems, cost of the big shop up there. I'm way over budget on the shop building. It'll all settle out in the end. But yeah, that's 2 of the 3. And the next one is stress. Stress my marriage, stress me. It aged me. Buying this land, I feel like I'm getting better and feeling better, but it aged me. I got fatter, I got grayer, I got balder, and the farm got better. But it aged me. It made me tired all the time, and it also stressed my marriage to the point where it caused us both to not be the people that we want to be. And I have to remind myself, and I think every one of you guys probably have to do the same thing, is remind yourself every day, don't sweat it. It's not that big a deal. Just calm down and be kind. Just be kind. It's very important to be kind. So that's what I post. When people leave crappy comments on the channel, most of the time that's what I post. Just be kind. It's a virtue. Guys, thanks a lot for joining me here on the Stony Ridge Farm today. This is absolutely gorgeous. We will see you guys live in the morning. I hope out here with the cows, we're going to be moving them to the next paddock over and letting them graze just a little bit more. Hopefully the weather stays cool tomorrow. Hopefully it doesn't get over 85. If it does, then I'll be moving them 3 times tomorrow because I got to get them back to the shade. So thank you guys. Everybody take care. Have a wonderful evening. Cheers. I got to get home, shower, and go to bed. Thanks, guys. Take care. Have a great night. Woo! Can I get a woo? Woo! See y'all. Take care.